Alright, y'all. So today we're gonna be talking about divine masculine energy. And I'm a man, so I wanna talk about this first. My next video is gonna be about divine feminine energy. I've been fucking with the edits recently, so you could see, so I could just give you examples, you know what I'm saying, of the principles that I'm speaking about. Because it helps to have a visual in the background, you know what I'm saying? It helps, it could, you know, uh we visual learners, you know what I'm saying? Most of us is visual learners. We so used to just motherfucker being in school all day, you know what I'm saying, writing, taking down notes and bullshit. But for real, we visual, we hands on, you know what I'm saying? We like to see what the fuck is going on. We need some type of, we're not even supposed to be talking. That's the whole, like, that's the weirdest part, like. But I know I'm very visual, and most people are visual learners. So I'm gonna be having the edits for y'all for now on, so y'all can get a picture of what I'm talking about when I talk about these videos. Now with that out of the way, divine masculine is so different from divine feminine because divine masculine energy has to do with your mind. Now your mind comes second, so I probably should talk about divine feminine first, but I'm a man, so the heart comes before the mind. So everybody be talking about the third eye, thinking that this is the seat of the soul, when in reality the seat of the soul is the heart. The mind's eye is your individual, is your ego, it's I. That's why it's called the I in the first place. It's you, it's who you become, it's what you see yourself as. It's the ego. The I is the ego. That's why it's called I. So it's super simple. Like when I be hearing people say, you open your third eye and become your higher self, it's bullshit. That's why I be trying to tell y'all, a lot of people y'all listen to have no idea what the fuck they talking about. They just regurgitating bullshit. The real seat of the soul is the heart. The heart comes before the mind. The mind plays tricks on you. The heart doesn't. But as a masculine entity, we deal with logic. So we deal with trying to make sense of shit that really don't make sense. This whole universe really makes no fucking sense. But alright, this is so much better because my hair be in the way, y'all. Like, I'm starting to get tired of this hair. But back to what I was saying. The mind is destructive in nature because when you start focusing on yourself and you start dealing with the I, you start dealing with your mind instead of your heart, you start getting attached to shit. The mind is full of emotions, like passion, destructive emotions, you know, dealing with greed, dealing with power, dealing with strength, pride, all type of shit. That's the mind's power. It's dealing with force and dominance, masculinity. But you only can obtain divine masculine energy when you're able to control you able to control your emotions efficiently and not let it control you, and not become like an evil person, because the mind can make you an evil person quick, like super quick. It can make you seem like an evil person. But if you using your mind for the right reasons, just like the natural state for everyone, for most people in the universe, is the heart. That's the natural state, is to be connected with everything around you. But certain circumstances put you into your mind, put you into your ego from birth. And this is a birth thing. Everyone should know from birth if they are associative. I said associative. What's the right word I'm looking for? Everyone from birth should know if they are nurturer or more of a destructive. I say it like this. Some people is just connected to the people around them. You're nurturing. Some people not. Some people more selfish and they desire things. That's it. Some people just have desires and some people don't. And divine masculine is about achieving something great. Because when your heart is filled with nothing but love, when you're in your heart chakra, you don't really have all these super huge emotions. All you have is empathy. And empathy is the strongest emotion. It's because you're connecting with everything. Empathy is the strongest emotion. No type of passion can beat empathy. That's why they say good always wins, because that's the strongest emotion in the universe. Is connectiveness, is empathy. So a lot of people, when you disconnect from that empathy, maybe because your life might have been hard. Life could be hard on you. You suffer. So you can't be somebody that's just all accepting. And this is valuable. You have to know this shit. I have to tell you about this shit first before I can really talk about, the divine masculinity, because a lot of people think you just got to be super masculine and super dominant and super, you know, aggressive, testosterone, and that's not it, bro. Divine masculinity is acceptance oneself. It's about having no guilt or no shame in who you are. I'm gonna make a whole video about the ego too, but this is about divine masculinity. But in order for you to understand, divine masculinity has to do with the ego. It's one in this. It's one and the same. You know what I'm saying? Because without the ego, you become feminine by nature. No ego equals feminine. It equals nurturing. That's the antithesis to the mind, is the heart. So this is why nowadays you starting to hear people say focus on your heart a lot, because it's stronger. Being connected and being happy all the time. Having genuine pure awareness, you know. But the ego have a hold on people. Some people, it's two stages to the ego too. You got the ego. The first stage of the ego is arrogance and pride. I'll tell you, them the first two stages. Pride, being a prideful person, and extreme arrogance. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with being arrogant and being prideful. A lot of people would tell you that there's something wrong with it, but in actuality, there's nothing wrong with it. Some people are prideful, and that makes you a stronger person. You can't let things go. So let's say someone do something to you. You're not going to let that shit just slide. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get your get back. You're going to do, or let's say someone come fuck with your family, or they come beat up on your sister. Nigga, you got to protect them. You know what I'm saying? You got something to prove. Nigga, you ain't going to just fuck with my family. You going to do something about it. This is just how some people are. You know what I'm saying? They're dominant. They're attackers. These are the warriors. The people with egos are warrior spirits by nature, because they are the attacker. They're the aggressor. They're dominant. They're more masculine. They gonna put their foot down. You know what I'm saying? And some people are more submissive. And I'm gonna talk about that in a feminine video, divine feminine video. It's all about balance though. You have to be balanced. I'm somebody that's balanced as shit. I'm tranquil. Some days you're gonna catch me being perfectly fine. Some days you're gonna catch me being a motherfucking jackass. It just depends on how I feel, because I'm in the moment. You know what I'm saying? So when you focus on this divine masculinity, you have to reach a certain point of acceptance. Like I said, the first signs of somebody being, extremely masculine. And it's not divine masculine until you accept yourself. But when you see a masculine person, they're usually super prideful and arrogant. You know what I'm saying? That's what comes with being masculinity. Masculinity is all about being competitive, about self-improvement, about becoming better. So of course, as time go on, you're gonna be more confident. You're gonna be more arrogant. You're gonna be more like, nigga, I'm the shit. You're gonna be more stronger. It comes with that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the first stage of the ego. That's the first stage of masculinity. Now you start reaching divine masculinity. This is when you start reaching divine masculinity. And it's a character on Dragon Ball Z. I love Dragon Ball Z. That's my favorite show ever, because it's teaching you divine masculine, divine feminine right now in Dragon Ball Super. It's my favorite show ever, because it's showing you how the fuck this shit really work. Now, when you start reaching divine masculinity is when you are unapologetic about who you are. Now, you could be somebody, you know what I'm saying, but you still take other people's opinions in. You know what I'm saying? You still question yourself. You still have doubts about if you're doing the right thing or the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? When you start becoming a divine masculine being, there is no questions. There is no right or wrong. You do what you want to do because you want to do it. A lot of people think it's a such thing, good and evil is real. It's really not. It's all about the circumstances that brought you up. That's really the truth. The truth is circumstances make the person, because everyone's circumstances is different. And that's the hard truth. A lot of people don't know that. Circumstances is a bitch. Some people have better lives. Some people have horrible lives. So, of course, they're going to be totally different people. Now, it's about overcoming that. This is when you become divine. It's about overcoming your situation and finding yourself. You can meditate. You know what I'm saying? You could just, it comes off of you. And it really starts in the fifth dimension. You got to make a choice whether you want to be divine masculine, a divine masculine being, or a divine feminine being. And it just because you're a man don't mean you have to be divine masculine. You could choose to go the route of the heart. You could be in your heart chakra. You know what I'm saying? You could be a defender, like someone like Goku. You could be somebody that is righteous as fuck, pure of heart. You know what I'm saying? Most people with this divine masculinity, you're not going to be pure of heart. You're going to be ruthless in nature. You're going to be more destructive. Like I said, arrogant, prideful. You're going to do what you want to do because you want to do it. And when you really are self-absorbed, this is when the ego comes in. When you love yourself, and you know what I'm saying, it get to a certain level of that's really selfish. When people say you got to love yourself, that's selfish as fuck. And I be trying to tell people that loving yourself means you're more of an egotistical person. When you somebody that would rather protect your energy than to go out and be selfless and help people, and not for anything. You helping them because you want to just genuinely see people smile. You want to genuinely be nurturing. You want to genuinely help people. So when you see somebody in hurt, you genuinely want to heal them. That's when you're not selfish. Self-love is selfish, and there's nothing wrong with that. You have to get that in your head. There's nothing wrong with being selfish. A lot of people got this thing that selfish is bad, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with protecting your energy. There's nothing wrong with that. And I'm going to be the first person to tell you, being a selfish person is necessary. It's needed. It's needed. It's necessary. You can't always just be so selfless unless you're a selfless person. Then that's the person you choose to be. So what I will tell you is, once you reach this divine masculine, you know, because it's different. It's a difference between just a masculine person and walking around with this divine masculine energy, because your presence is felt. People will feel your presence, and it's like the whole room will fucking shake when you enter. That's divine. When your presence make people question themselves. They start self-reflecting off of who you are. When you walk in the building, you walk in the function, you so confident in yourself. You love yourself to such a degree to where it make people want to get better off of your presence. That's when it becomes divine. That's the whole meaning of divine. You become divine when people start reflecting off of you. You start seeing everyone as just a reflection of you, and you at the center of it. You at the point of it. You the one walking with this confidence. You the one walking with this energy. And now everyone has to come to a fucking standstill. That's divine masculinity and its dominance and its force, its power. Think about someone like the fucking Darth Vader. It's a prime example of walking in divine masculinity. Yes, it's dark, but you have to be able to accept oneself, and you got to be remorseless. You got to be able to accept the wrong things that you've done in your life. Why you think these females love hood niggas? Because they want to heal them. And once that person is healed, they going to go to the next person because they doing their job. Why you think females like problems? Because they have the fucking solutions. They like it. This is just the universe. They want to heal the nigga that's hurt. Deep down, hood niggas is suffering and hurt. They need the most healing. That's why they walk and act how they act. They walk because it's a lot of pain that come with that shit. It's a lot of, warring. It's a lot of warring that be going on in the hood. You know how it is. So they attracted and drawn to that energy because it's masculine. They someone that's dominant and enforcing. So it just makes sense when you out here warring and you out here, going in battle, and you out here putting down the lay down, you out here putting in this work. you want to come home to that fine young lady. You want to come home to that nurturing, that motherfucking that love. That shit is necessary when you out here putting in that work. That love from that other person is necessary. You know what I'm saying? So y'all queens, y'all gotta focus out here. Y'all gotta be out here. Y'all gotta start, you know, being healers, which all are naturally are healers. Y'all have become selfish due to money. Money has, like I said, this is not the video for that, but money has took that care in your heart, that nurturing spirit away from you. You know what I'm saying? If you go down to it, normally when you go down to a planet and you see a motherfucker suffering, your first instinct is to take care of that motherfucker. Your first instinct is to nurture that motherfucker. It don't matter who it is. It could be a fucking stray dog, a stray cat, a fucking stray, whatever the fuck it is. And you see it, your first instinct is to find some shelter for it, find a home for it, because you have that power. Life not supposed to be like this, y'all. But this not that video. But when you masculine, you have to be comfortable in yourself. You have to love yourself to the extreme, and you have to have zero doubts about who you are when you walk this certain path. Why you think there's so many people that get into this game and they're not ready for it? So they need drugs, they need weed. When they do something, they need some type of substance to keep them afloat. When you are really a person of, when you really accept yourself, you don't need no drugs when you go do dirt. Because it's necessary. Dirt is necessary for love. All of this shit is necessary. It's no such thing as really good and evil. It's about circumstances, and it's about, that's why like females, they overlook all the bad things that people do sometimes. They get hurt and cheated on or bashed, but they still would try and they're trying to work it out. They're trying to fix it. They're trying you know, and I'm not saying that you should keep giving these motherfuckers chances. That's not what I'm trying to promote. It get to a certain point to where the shit just don't work. You gotta start somewhere new. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? But you, as a man, bro, a real man, is gonna come with some issues. It's gonna come with it's gonna be some problems. It will be some problems here or there. It's not gonna always be perfectly perfect. Everything is not gonna be so tranquil and so fucking nice and sweet. Sometimes shit gonna get dirty and messy. It's the honest truth. But like I said, you become a divine masculine being when your presence shocks the fuck out of everyone. That's when you become a divine masculine person. You know what I'm saying? It shocks. It makes people, they are intimidated. And not intimidated in a way of, I'm scared, like, oh my God, he's about to kill me. But in a sense of where they're uneasy. They don't know your next move, bro. They can't read you. You fucking mysterious. This weight that you are carrying and walking with is powerful. And I was in the fifth dimension before. That's when you start becoming a divine masculine being, or a divine feminine being in the fifth dimension. The fourth dimension, you in a walkways of finding yourself. The fifth dimension is when you know who you is truly. You know what I'm saying? I was already in the fifth dimension. I'm back in the fourth dimension right now. Currently, you can see it in my energy. This is why I got that glow like that. It's because I'm tapped into myself. You know what I'm saying? My heart open. This energy I'm carrying is powerful. Very powerful, bro. So look, y'all, this is it for this video. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got the little edits. Let me know how you feel about these edits. You know what I'm saying? Let me know how you feel about that. And in probably 3 or 4 days, I'm gonna drop this fucking divine feminine video for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and one more thing. If you're a man and you walking down this path, it's best for you to find something that you love doing. Find a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're masculine and you selfish don't mean you don't want others to grow as well. It's a difference. Self-love is selfish, yes. Focusing on yourself is selfish, yes. But that don't mean you don't have the best interest for other people. Don't mean you don't want to help these other people grow. Just your presence alone make people grow. When you reach these divine states of being, just your presence alone make people grow. You ever been around somebody and you just felt just like you had to get on your shit? He not even talking. You could be talking about something just regular as fuck, but just his presence make you want to get on your shit. That's divine. Just his presence, his energy alone speaks volumes about who he is. You know what I'm saying? That's divine masculinity. And I'm going to talk about divine feminine energy, like I said, maybe tomorrow or in a few days. Look, man, I took I took a long break from this YouTube shit, but I'm finally back in my groove. I'm finally, enjoying this shit again. I went so long without doing this shit. I don't even know how. But yeah, y'all, take care of yourself. If you a man and you want to walk this path, start training, start getting on your shit. You know what I'm saying? Start being unapologetic and start moving the way you want to move. Have zero doubts. You a man, bro. This is what being a man is about. This is our natural instincts. So if you a man watching this, your natural instinct is to be aggressive and dominant. They took that shit away from you. They stripped that power away from you. This is your natural instinct to be aggressive, to be dominant, bro. This is your natural instinct.